If you think I know anything about doing a travel vlog, you're completely fucking wrong. Anyways, expect this video to be less than a minute long. Hey everybody, welcome to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on my laptop with my MMO mouse. That's my laptop. I'm waiting to go to the convention, so I booted this up, which is really funny because as of late I have not been playing this. I think because when I was on the plane, I played a bit of Skyward Sword, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, the plane's like gonna land now," and I'm like, "Oh okay." So I played Skyward Sword at the wrong time. It also didn't help that I was playing Skyward Sword on Joy Cons, and one of my Joy Cons has drift, and the other one doesn't. It's funny because my older Joy Cons don't have drift, but my newer Joy Cons have drift, and I don't. It's hell. So it wasn't great, and also like, I also died in Skyward Sword because like the controls are really. I'm still getting used to them, and it doesn't help with all the Joy-Con stuff. It's really funny because like if I were at home, I'd probably do some really cool edit where it's like actually decent higher quality and not like phone quality, but I don't feel like setting that up, even though I think I do have what is it? Oh yeah, I do have Shadowplay on here, so I could do that. I also have editing software in here, so I could do that. I have a lot of things on this laptop that I probably shouldn't have, but I do. Because like most people would be like, why would you have editing software on here? What are you gonna edit on your laptop? Isn't this a vacation? And to that I say, oh, I think it's neat to have editing software on here, even if I don't really use it. So I'm waiting for my friend to wake up. I'm like in, it's not like an attic, it's like a room that's upstairs that I jokingly on Twitter called an attic, but it's not an actual attic. But it gave me the Persona 5 feeling, like you know in Persona 5 where you sleep upstairs in the dusty attic, even though this place isn't dusty and it's actually really clean. But like, let me believe. So I'm waiting for him to wake up and the meat. Oh, I just realized. Why what, the green icons? You know what that means, right? We don't know. I didn't mess with that on my laptop because I don't play 14 on my laptop often. It's portraits. Oh wait, no, not portraits. Where is it? Oh my god, I'm playing this game through a zoomed in camera on my phone. This is not. This is really stupid. This is here. Let me do this. Oh my god, look, it's me. That's my Harakar gay profile on gay Final Fantasy game. It's really small though. Let me make that bigger. Okay, well it's like small. I mean big on you get no you don't get what I mean because I'm talking complete gibber. Wow. Okay, so didn't know that, but when it comes to oh my god, I don't know where to click on things anymore. I'm not like tired, but I'm waking up. I have not ate anything yet. Bear with me here. Where is this? It was literally right here. Okay, so these portraits, like this stuff, I was client side, obviously, but I don't have my portraits on this laptop because I didn't transfer the files over. Because I was thinking to myself, I was going to do like transfer my 14 files, but I was like, A, when am I going to play this game or have the chance to play it? Irony, I know. And then B, well, I don't really have much to really fuck with. My HUD is okay. Like, look at that. And I guess it will suck when I go into PvP and I don't have an instant portrait, so that's kind of dumb. But hey, so yeah, I guess I am going to just chill out for a bit until I get into an Uber to go to the convention. I don't know how consistently I will blog or if at all, um, because when I did BLSC, I did try to blog, but I found it really awkward, but I did have footage from BLSC and it never went unused. It went unused. Um, And I wanted to make like a video being like, this is what it was like at my first furry convention. And that video never came to light because like I had no structure for it. And by the time where I had anything resembling structure, I also was like, well, the feelings kind of faded then. Then the other convention was what was it? MFF. Furthermore, no, that's not MFF because MFF is Midwest Fur Fest. Yeah, because this is Furthermore, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna record something at Furthermore. Me, the clown who was only at Furthermore for like maybe 2 days. But to be fair, that con was also very dead, and a lot of the staff weren't at that convention. And also, they were changing their COVID stuff mid convention. Nothing bad, but they were making it like I wouldn't say more strict. It was just they were making it very weird. And there was a lot of other things about that convention that was okay. I wouldn't say it was a bad convention, but underwhelming it was. I also didn't know a lot of people going there, so I was like, oh my god, look at all these people who were meeting for the first time after the pandemic. And then here I am rooming with a guy I know who's not a bad person. I really respect him and I'm very glad he offered. And I'm just like, I don't know these people. Why did I go? I just went to a convention to go to a convention. It was still a good time. And I did go to a few panels at that convention, unlike other ones. But yeah, that's my Harakar. He has no ears. Okay, I'll admit that transition not great. I thought that's probably was way more funnier in the moment than it was actually. Oh my god, it's just so funny that I'm doing this too, like just the camera thing, cause okay, so I don't know how many people who watch this watch the Let's Play channel, but Charm and me have always joked about. Well, it's mainly more of a Charm thing than a me thing, but he's always wanted to jokingly do a camcorder Let's Play, because just the aesthetic of one from like years old YouTube, because he thinks they're nostalgic but also kind of funny, and I get both of those aspects. And the irony is like I would never do that because I'm such a quality whore, and it would be very weird and jarring to see a camcorder Let's Play in the year 2020. Two, I forgot the two. Fuck. And here I am doing that. Oh yeah, I was also gonna be like, oh yeah, you want to see me do my cacpot today? I did it. I did it. Did it. I don't know. I was looking for the first emote I could click on. That was the first emote I could click on. Anyways, back into waiting. Ugh. Hey everybody, it's day 2. I guess I'm recording more than your other convention. I'm at one of the hotel rooms right now. This is the view. It's nothing crazy. We're on like a very low floor because I'm rooming with a friend who has vertigo, and we didn't want to get like a super high floor because of that. But we have to move hotels because what ended up happening was that I bought a hotel room off of a friend of a friend, but they didn't book it for Thursday. So I had to last second buy another hotel at another room at a different hotel for Thursday. So we have to go move. I'm not looking forward to that. I have all my stuff packed up. I didn't really unpack a lot, but it also sucks that I didn't unpack a lot because it's like, wow, I would have liked to do that because it's kind of comfy to not have like what is it? Just have to worry about it for like a bit because it feels like I'm moving constantly. It's not fun, but Thursday was pretty good. Day 2 is also my birthday. Anytime I hear that now, I think of the fucking Nanners clip. I don't even know who fucking Nanners is. I don't watch BTubers. I am in the hotel lobby. It's time to play everybody's favorite game of Can I Connect to Final Fantasy 14 in public? Let's find out. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm using like the hotel's Wi-Fi right now. Let's find out how shit this is. Oh yeah, such a long player queue. Holy shit. Okay, I'm logged on. Let's see how well this goes. This is gonna go pretty shit. Okay, my first retainer. Instant. Okay, cool. This is not bad for hotel Wi-Fi. I mean, I wouldn't do content with this Wi-Fi. I think I would probably be griefing. But you know what? Just lobby hotel Wi-Fi. Not bad. Alright, let's get to my last retainer here. Which actually finally hit level 90. So I have 3 retainers at 90 just doing quick explorations because I want venture coffers. This is the house. I'll remember that. Oh my god, this table feels so weird to play the game off of. It feels very coarse. It doesn't look like it. It's because it's smooth, but I think it's because of the bottom of my mouse. I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to try to load into Ulta. Actually, no. Let's just try to load into Linza. Let me see. Okay, so let's see how much of a problem I will have if I load into Linza. Do I want to pay that much? It's not nothing. Oh, none of my free company actions are on. Oops. Let's turn a few of them on. Let's do that. Let's do that live. Well, I know my friends are gonna want markup, so because they've been grinding out the Baru event, so I'll probably do that. So actually, I'll just use my where is it? So my Aetherite tickets, my Aetherite pass. There we go. Now it'll be way more reasonable. Also, this laptop does have an SSD hard drive. Unlike my actual I almost call it my computer, so it's probably why it's also running better. This is like the stupidest part of this fucking convention blog. Like most people when they blog, oh my god, it is running. It is running at a frame rate. Oh my god, it is running at a frame rate. That's for honestly, this is kind of what I expected. Linza on hotel Wi-Fi. Oh god, this is like public hotel Wi-Fi too. It's not like, oh, your room. It's like this is a lot of people are using this shit. I'm using this shit on my phone. All this shit. Most people when they blog, they're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking blog about all the things I'm doing, meeting and doing. Here I am. I'm like, hey guys, how well will Final Fantasy 14 run on public hotel Wi-Fi? Answer: not bad, surprisingly, and I'm actually really surprised about that. I'm not gonna really do anything else, but I will do my cat pot today. Did I already record myself doing cat pot earlier? I don't even remember. I feel like I did. I feel like this is like the second time in this video in particular I've done cat pot, and then when I'm editing this all together, and I'm like, wow, you guys got to see me do cat pot not once, but twice. And camcorder quality. Okay, this one is justified though. This one is justified because I have to show that I'm actually playing this in the lobby. Like, look at this. I could be interacting with people. I could be being social. Instead, I'm playing an MMO in a fucking hotel lobby. Anyways, my cat pot for today. Let's see here. What do we got? Give me something good. Give me something good. Honestly, at this rate, I'm going to try every day to do cat pot. I didn't actually do it yesterday. Did I do it? I think I did it yesterday, but I didn't record it. Okay, so maybe not. Okay, there is an actual delay there. I'm noticing it. It is lagging. It is lagging for fucking cactpot. Yeah. Oh, let's fucking go. Yeah, let's go. I got the fucking 1, 2, 3. Let's fucking go. Okay, that's it. I'm done with this bit. No ears, no ears, no ears. No.
Pull up the 9. Get him. What are you doing? I gotta kill him. I had to kill him Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I had to teabag him a bunch of times before I killed him.
It's actually my wallpaper on a laptop right now.
Soto is on. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like I saw like art of Soto, which made me want to check out like what your game was about, and then it was really cool.
Okay, so this is the room. This is actually the final room I will be staying in because the other hotel room was like basically last second kind of deal. So we're finally here. It took fucking over 4 or 5 hours to actually get here. Not like walking here, but like actually like, what's the word? Checking in. Because I came in and they're like, oh, we can't check you in yet. We can't check you in early. We can take your stuff though. Come back at 1. They normally don't book until or checking until 4, but I went at 1 because they said, no, you'll probably be done with the room service by then. So sorry for that interruption. I had to go deal with things. Anyways, so when I came at 1, they couldn't do it, so I had to come back at 4. So I basically ended up waiting in that line 3 different times to be told no, no, and then yes, and it was not fun. But yeah, what happened was I got to the room and they're like, oh, we're gonna bring your suitcase. And I'm like, cool, my suitcase. So basically, I have my suitcase and they didn't give me a card for it. And I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. It's, stored away. I'm good. I go to my room and they don't have it. They said they would bring it up and they couldn't because my suitcase didn't have a card. So I had to go all the way back down. And this is like, we're on like, I think the second highest floor. I think there's only 1 floor above this. Like, oh my god, look at these skyscrapers, those clouds. It was supposed to be really rainy today, but it actually turned out to be a pretty, like, not super sunny day, but it's like, partly cloudy, it's not bad. But anyways, I had to go up and down an elevator a few times just to go get my luggage to make sure I have clothes. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. It's nice to actually have a room now and not be like, oh, shit, I gotta worry about that. So it's no longer a worry. So this is the place I will be staying in for the next, what is it? 3 days? I mean, I guess technically 2, because on Sunday we need to, like, leave almost ASAP. But yeah, pretty much. Oh, there's, like, a pool and a hot tub down there. I want to go in a hot tub. I need to go buy a bathing suit. I didn't get one. I didn't bring one with me because I'm like, dude, will they have it? Do I want to do that in like, well, we're still in COVID. I don't know, but then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy a suitcase because the local Walmart here is only open from Friday through Sunday only and not on the weekdays. I don't know why it's a thing. We looked it up multiple times. Walmarts are weird. Not Walmarts. This particular Walmart is weird. Anyway.
You gotta have junk in the back and the front. I wanna eat that junk. I wanna eat that junk. Junk plus junk, that's what I want. I wanna eat that junk. I wanna eat that junk. You gotta have junk in the back and the front. I wanna eat that junk. I wanna eat that junk. Junk plus junk, that's what I want. Are we feeling good? You ready for
It is time for me to do the most southern thing apparently. I'm going to a Waffle House at 3 a.m., baby! Oh, baby, it's it's day 3. It's day 3. Yesterday it was really kind of not too great because it was mostly me waiting to get into this room. I waited in line 3 different times. I think I told that story already, but yeah. And then I kind of just passed out. in the room for a bit because turns out when you only get 4 hours of sleep, that kind of happens. This time I didn't get 4 hours of sleep, so I won't have to pass out in the room. So yeah. What else is there to say? Yeah, yesterday was kind of like whatever. A lot of my plans did not happen, which were basically just like, oh, I just want to go out and eat with people, and that didn't really happen. It was not great, but it wasn't like bad. It was very mid. Also, Waffle House was an experience. I have never been. I'm not really somebody who lives in the city. The only city I've ever had experience with is New York City, and I will tell you, Atlanta is not like New York City where everything is open 24/7 and you have like a shit ton of food places. Atlanta, that was the only real place that was open that late was a Waffle House, and our Waffle House was fucking crowded because it's the only place open. So it like took about like it took 10 minutes to get there and then another half an hour to get our food. So it was basically waiting 40 minutes for food, and it was like, great. So I just called an Uber because I'm like, no, fuck this. We're going back to the hotel immediately. I don't want to walk back. And the Uber took about the same amount of time it would have taken to walk back to the hotel, which I guess we didn't have to walk, which is still like great. But wow, it was kind of dumb. I have no real plans today. Apparently, there's a fursuit life drawing panel today. You know what? I'm gonna try to go to that. If I can get footage of that, cool. If I can't get footage of that, it's whatever. So yeah. I had nothing else to say. My brain is like dead because I'm just waking up and it's like 1 o'clock, which I guess for most people that's like sleeping in, but for me that's like really fucking early because usually for when I'm working, I don't get up until like maybe 3 or well 3 is if I'm lucky, 4 is like if I'm not dead. But yeah, like I usually will get up around 3 and 4 because I work night shift, so. This is early for me, baby. But it's not like I didn't get any sleep. I actually did get sleep. I got like a good, was it 7 or 8 hours? It's around that much. I'm just waking up. I'm gonna go get food. I'm also convinced that this refrigerator does not fucking work because I put like these 2 bottles in here and they don't even feel cold. They feel like room temperature. This bottle actually feels room temperature because it was left out in the fucking room. So, yeah, that's wonderful. Also, I don't know how I got all the. Oh, actually, wait. These 2 were free. These 2 were free. What is it? Just generic fucking. I don't know what brand this is. These are free. This I got in the Uber ride. I didn't know that sometimes people in Uber rides they gave out free water bottles. That's great. Like I tipped pretty good because of that. Because I was like, that's really cool. But I was like. Wow, that's a thing? And my one friend is like, yeah, some Ubers do that. I'm like, that's the first time I've ever seen that. But then again, I've only ridden in like, like 3 or 4 Ubers? I kind of don't call for Ubers because I have my own car. So, yeah, I don't really need it. And it also saves me a lot of money because Ubering around everywhere was crazy. Also, it was really funny when we were at the Waffle House. Like, it was really expensive to Uber. Then we were about to leave. It got really cheap. Thank God. I don't know if it's because of a time thing. I don't know what. I don't really use Uber. What the fuck do I know? Anyway, it's time to go to the con space and not sound like I am out of it. I know once I eat food, I will be able to think straighter than this. Maybe a little bit gayer. I don't fucking know. I think this is like the first furry convention I've ever been to that had like a used game section. There's like more, but like I'm just kind of like looking around. I was not expecting this. Oh my god. Cool. I checked out the fursuit life drawing, but the only problem is it's more about like fundamentals than this is a subject. You have like an hour to draw them. It was more like, can you draw them within a few minutes? And then they basically put up like the time, and then eventually you can actually like draw them in full. But the panel is only like an hour long, so it's like, I was thinking, oh, it's an hour long, so you have one or a few subjects you could choose from, and then you draw them. But no, it was more of like basic fundamentals of drawing, and I'm not really too interested in that. So there's like a Smash tournament going on over here. I signed up for it. I'm on a waiting list. Don't know if I'll get in, but if I get in, oh boy, we'll see what happens. final day of the convention. And this room's a mess. I don't feel like looking at it. I'm here by myself because the person I was rooting with decided not to stay here tonight. So it's just been me. I don't really have a lot of plans for the final day. Hopefully I can meet up with more people because a lot of this convention was like, I'm going to meet up with X person. Oh, I have plans with friends, or I got dragged around, blah, blah, blah. And then it just didn't happen. And that happened with pretty much most of the people. I'd say 90% of the people I wanted to meet up with at this convention. Some of them I was actually able to meet up with and do things with. Some of them I was not. I guess it happens. It is like the convention thing. I'm a little disappointed about my birthday because I was like hoping I could do more stuff on it with other people, but I guess it happens. There's a the cutting room floor has a panel here. I didn't know that. Well, it's like one of the co-owners like is hosting a panel here. I don't know if it's like owned by one person or two people. I mean, I guess if I say co-owner, but I don't know if that's like because it says co-admin on the thing. So like, is that like the impartial ownership? Is it like I don't fucking know how this shit works. I'm probably just gonna go to that panel today. I guess I'll try to enjoy the arcade a little bit more. I kind of haven't as much. Half of it was because I was like, I really wanted to get footage of one of the games, or two of the games. And then other half is like COVID shit. And I'm like, I don't want to touch things, and especially that are dirty, and have to sanitize my hands again. I will admit, maybe I'm a little paranoid, but I'm also like, I really want to be safe because this is the one con I don't want con crud from. Because, I will definitely get something fucking bad. So that's another reason why like the arcade room has been very like hit or miss for me. And it's not that I don't want it to be. I also, the Smash tournament entered yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned I entered a Smash tournament yesterday. That one was kind of shit. I'm not going to lie. Because they decided it's going to be a free-for-all until the top 8. And then top 8 was 1v1. And I really don't care for free-for-alls at all. I did try, though, to just see. Because maybe if I got into top 8, maybe I could start having fun. But no, I lost. I'm pretty bad at free-for-all. And I'm not great at 1v1s either. But I feel like at least I could have stood a better of a chance. That sucks. So yeah, I guess I'll go to that panel now. Oh yeah, I need to get food real bad. I'm fucking hungry. What the hell?
This is Andrew 1. He did the pits in 2 weeks. That is why he looks this way. This is Carl. He likes ABBA. Need I say more?
Bart Simpson.
They draw better than I do.
Yeah, he's literally Bart Simpson.
They're rage face.
Idiots. He used to work on DOT.
Looks like an angry Karen.
I have a feeling he was not right. I have a feeling too. I think my favorite redeeming feature is the rows of teeth.
See, that's great. No, I'm all about the arms. Look at those arms.
Yeah. I like the P on his shirt. That's good.
That's power right there.
This is Gary. He is famous. He does not have any hands. Well, his writing could get better.
Is that a Visual Basic shirt?
Probably. Andrew 2 says Gucci for men of distinction.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
1990.
Oh my god. Yeah.
This is Jamie. Grr, 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 he goes across the arable land that is tilled by arrows.
Oh my god.
Definitely a product from its time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
It's been over for a few hours now. I got no sleep. Was going to sleep, but I didn't feel tired. And then by the time I felt tired, I was like, oh my god, I've got no time to sleep. And half of that time I was awake contacting a lot of different people. I met a lot of people in the last day. Kind of insane. Crazy shit. Yeah, I had a lot of people contacting me. Most people were people I met at the con. People were asking about the con, and then one of the people in particular, I was actually surprised that I was going to be in contact with. It was not like an intentional thing, but the co-admin of the Cutting Room 4 wiki, actually we're in contact now. That was not intentional, and it's kind of funny because when I recorded those bits yesterday at the panel, I didn't record a lot for a few reasons. First off, people were walking in the way, and last thing I want is, oh, someone's head is literally the whole video. I didn't want that. Also, I was pretty far in the back, so I had to really zoom in on my phone, and it didn't make it look too great. I think on that last one, where they're going through all of that weird MS Paint shit that was in some debug mode, I think that one I was a little bit closer, but nothing crazy. It was just like close enough where it looks a little bit better without zooming in as much, but I still had to zoom in. The other reason was because, I'll admit this, I was not so sure about how they felt about recording panels at this. I didn't see many other people hold phones. Usually at some of the other panels, I would see people holding up phones, like either take pictures or record a video. I saw none of that here, and half of me was like, should I do this? Then I just did it anyways, because I'm like, worst comes to worst, they're not gonna fucking find out. I'm a small fucking YouTube channel. Like, my vlog, whatever the fuck you call this channel, is so small as it is to begin with. Then I found out that the guy actually did want someone to record footage, and he was sad that nobody did until I brought it up. And I was like, well, I don't know if he was like sad, but he was like, oh, I kind of wish I had someone to record footage because it would be really cool to be like, oh, hey, this is what our panel's like. Meanwhile, me, little gremlin, like, oh yeah, I recorded some footage just for myself, as a treat. And yeah, I made a little thread. I might make a separate video, all the footage spliced together. It won't be in this video as well, but just its own thing. So like people don't have to watch my blog to watch the little bits of that panel. And like I told him, I didn't set my tripod up because, or I didn't really get a good camera angle, or even record the whole thing, because one, I wasn't too sure if I was allowed to do that, and two, at the very end of that panel, I had to leave early because our room key stopped working, because I had to add an extra day to this room, or else we would be screwed and we would have nowhere to sleep. So I was like, fuck it, I will pay. I will make sure we have somewhere to sleep. Because of that, this counts as a new reservation, and I had to go and get new room keys. So because I had to go get new room keys, we were kind of locked out of the room for a bit. Not for long, thankfully, because nobody was at front desk, so it was very easy. There was no lineup, just walked up and like, hey, we need new keys. And yeah, I got new keys and we're good. I have to check out within an hour or two. Well, the checkout time is 1, because the person who booked this hotel has like a gold membership, so they actually give us 2 extra hours to check out. Thank fucking God. To that person who I've already thanked multiple times, I will thank you again in this, even though you will never watch this. Holy shit, thank you so much. You didn't really do much. I mainly basically bought the hotel room off of you, but I appreciate it so much. And it's so funny because I'm calling room service and they think I'm that guy, and they're like, oh, are you Mr. I don't want to say their last name. Like, are you Mr. I'm like, no, I'm the other guest, Mr. My last name. And they're like, oh, okay, I apologize. Like they did some dramatic sin or something. Like some weird ass like they made like this very big mistake. Like it's embarrassing. When in reality, it's like, how are you supposed to know? You've never seen this guy. This guy didn't even check in. I was the one who checked in. If my name was not on the guest list, it was kind of weird. So another thing about that, and that's why I've been playing this camera at the Smart Water and these, which I have not ate yet. I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to also talk about the message stuff because I thought that was interesting. But I didn't talk about it while I was downstairs walking because I don't want to like vlog and like actually be around people. I think it would be a little weird, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm recording random people, or at least I try not to be, unless I'm doing like the loft shot, because that feels like it's a little bit different because that's like a gathering. I don't want to like accidentally record some random ass like stranger. Anyways, so these our room came with at first $30 to spend on the stuff in the store, the restaurants in the place, in the hotel. It got downgraded to $20 because I did the next reservation, which is dumb. So here's my little game for you. How much do you think this all costs? I think a normal person would probably say in the ballpark of around maybe I'll say five. No, five. Maybe that's a little too low. We'll say $6 to $7, right? Maybe $8 if you're really feisty. This was $11.50. It's not $50. $11.50. I think that's insane, but we do still have the room deposit, not deposit, the food fee, or the what is it fee? The fee where the thing where you I don't know what it's called. I don't go out in hotels often, and I don't do room service things with hotels often. But we have a thing where it's like, oh, here's $20 you can spend on our restaurants. But if you spend more than that, then you'll actually be charged on your card. So I was like, you know what? I didn't take advantage of it for the past 2 days. Let's take advantage of it today. And their selection was very fucking bland. So I got this because this is the only thing that stood out to me. They had some meat stuff. Like they had breakfast meat stuff, but it looked very like cafeteria foody and not fresh. Like it just didn't look that good to me. And it looked like you got very little and you were going to pay for a lot. Which, to be fair, throughout most of this trip, I've been buying a lot of food like that, not intentionally, but I will buy it because it is from a local place, at least, or maybe a local chain, and then I'll be like, wow, I paid $13 and this is barely anything, and that's just for one of the sides. So I'm gonna try this, I guess, and somehow live through sleep deprivation. I really should have slept, and now I got no time. I'm gonna pass out on the plane again. You know, I never intend for that to happen, but I always just end up sleeping on planes. It's just, it is my curse, I guess. I mean, I don't know. For the other plane ride, I was like thinking, oh, I'm gonna play Skyward Sword, or I'm gonna listen to this Pokemon podcast where Nob, the English translator, talks about like the stuff. I think it's like just the general English translation of the Pokemon games. No, instead of doing either of that, I just fucking pass out and I wake up and the flight's over. Okay, which actually kind of isn't that bad, now that I put it like that. Anyways. Okay, I'm trying to bite. It's pretty good. I don't know how much this costs in general. Well, it's pretty good. I don't like dark chocolate. It tastes kind of more dark chocolatey than like a generic chocolate, like a milk chocolate. But it's good. It's also a really nice banana bread. Banana bread is good. I don't really eat banana bread often, but it's pretty good. I give this it passes. There's no star rating. It just fucking passes. It's good. We're a food review channel now, apparently. I guess. Yeah, it was like all FWA, at least all the stuff I recorded, which was a lot. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be as much as it was, but it was. Like, oh my god. There was more footage I was hoping to get, but this is pretty good for a fucking blog, I guess. Also, I'm getting bullied into going to FWA 2023, so maybe I had a lot of fun with this con, but there were some issues with it. Like the fact that the app was the only way to view the schedule was kind of bad. It feels like for a lot of the NSFW events, there were very, very long lines. And no, I did not. Well, actually, I did get footage of the Moonlight Festival, which is in this, but I tried not to get a lot of footage of that because, oh my god, YouTube. Well, I guess I don't care about demonetization, but YouTube would basically make the video very hard to view, or they would take it down, one or the other. Even though I mark all my videos as not for kids, because no, I am not for that. I like the FWA chip bracelets in theory, even outside of theory. I think it's kind of cool tech. Not every panel or thing at the convention had like a guard there, so it's not like you can pretty much sneak in. I actually did a few times because I left my bracelet in my room a few times because I wash my hands a lot and they get very wet, and I don't know how doesn't feel like that's a good thing. Like a regular con badge you could kind of just see on someone and be like, hey, they're in. With an FWA bracelet, it's like you can easily hide that and pretend you're in. Like, oh, I just snuck in. So I don't really think they're like that. Like, I think they're overestimating how good or cool these things are. I will admit, I like it when people actually reprogram these things to use them for other stuff, like linking their Twitter bios and stuff like that. That's cool. But overall, pretty good convention. Also, there were gunshots outside of the hotel room at one of the days. I heard that loud and clear. That was fun. I guess I am in, like, Georgia, so I'm not too sure how common that is. But I think it's the first time I ever heard a gunshot before. That's cool. That's all I gotta say. Bye.